ready to do crap.
And on that
Yeah, but
note,
sorry.
hello, the internet. We're back. We're live again. Welcome back to
Oh,
The Secrets of Strahd. Far Reach Coast take on the Curse of Strahd campaign, episode 26 ish. Unfortunately, we are met with disaster. Our episode last week is no more. It is gone. Just poof. It is of no matter. It does not exist. I'm sorry for the yeah, all of that. All of my players are also going to die today. That appears to be what's happening. That's okay. It was kind of a bit of a side quest. We'll do a quick recap. All will be well. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I
This
don't have anyone
show.
today, unfortunately.
Ah.
All the dancing stops.
DM, you're crushing it. We're all here just being jaguars,
I am
and you're just
just doing my
piling
best.
through.
Just doing my best. Hanging in there.
Good on you, man. Good on you.
For
We
those,
won't sing the theme song, but we will dance the theme song for
yeah,
sure.
you better dance
Ooh,
the theme
interpretive
song.
dance it.
Great. All right. Well, speaking of the theme song, gonna go ahead and swap us into the video. Somehow, how do I do that? Like this.
um, Pull the lever, Crunk. Correct.
Yeah.
And we're back, and we're kind of experimenting with what the live streaming, how that works. So, anyway,
After 25 episode, of
After
course.
25 episodes, we're still kind of learning how this all works.
Very difficult stuff.
Yeah, sure enough. I don't think it's counting all of us.
No, because there's my phone, your phone,
Yeah.
and my computer, your computer.
Oh, there we go. We just got back to the screen of hello.
There we go. Okay, so anybody
What a
else-
beautiful sirenscape.
if any of our few viewers would like to experiment with live streaming, it would appear that multiple devices watching from the same Wi-Fi still only register as a single user, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We're not sure why that seems to be the case, but it seems to be what's.
This is a conspiracy.
Mathing,
YouTube,
mathing.
we're on to you.
Who knew? Anyway, let me log out of this because
I actually don't hear your voice
Uh-oh.
on the live stream,
No.
or not
Correct.
loud enough.
I need to be loud.
I hear his voice, but it could be
Much
louder.
like
Yeah.
quieter
Much louder.
than Kahn, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
I am making a
Like,
minor adjustment here.
Mine was really loud.
I'm also gonna make a minor adjustment here and here. Okay, that my audio levels are looking more.
I can't hear.
Exceptional.
Oh, okay.
You
So-
sound louder too on the Zoom. That sounds good.
Okay, cool. Hopefully that will be better. My little bouncing volume needles all appear to be the same level now, so that maybe that'll be good. Okay, so after all of that, we're back. We're back. We're down a player. Jalin is not here, but a quick recap of our little mini adventure last time. V got distracted and was off doing something else, while we did a little bit of back in timesing and looking at what was going on with our characters as they were exploring Vallaki. You guys have just returned to Vallaki, or rather, I should say, Voktertown. Since your last visit, the town has been taken over by Lady Fiona Vokter and her cultish book club. Jalin went to the Vlakovich Manor and did some raiding, found some odd stuff, a lot of odd stuff around the manor.
The deed to the manor.
And acquired the deed to the manor. Who has that currently?
Doc.
Doc has the deed to the Vlakovich Manor, effectively. So, for what that is worth, that could be a thing.
Whoever holds the deed owns the house.
Potentially, depending on the new administration.
Yeah, we'll see.
That works now.
That's it. We'll see. The
We're
party
definitely squatting.
wandered off to a pawn shop to try and sell off a bunch of shit. Since Carmack was out of town. Carmack is out of town on important business, unfortunately. A bunch of shit got sold off, but Kahn Kargorian, in his,
Wisdom.
picked a rat. And this rat was no ordinary rat. It was, in fact, an imp. The imp played a horrific trip on our players, dragging them into the Aether, along with the shopkeeper and a random cat that Doc found. And in
Good
this
cat.
liminal space where anything is possible, the imp summoned a dragon to fight them. Doc called out the Will-O-Wisp and said, "Will-O-Wisp, help us out!" And he called out a very much smaller dragon to help them. They had a moment of retrospection, because in the Aether, all sorts of things can happen, and a lot of our heroes' perception of themselves was manifest. Kahn saw himself as a true rival to Strahd, and became as such for the remainder of the fight. Doc saw himself as the champion of the people, like Saint Andrel, and took on the visage of a Solar and did battle with the dragon. And Jalin climbed inside the anal cavity of the dragon. Everybody got to live out
As a beautiful woman.
as a beautiful woman. Everybody got to live out their heart's desire for a moment, but were faced with the question of whether or not they were satisfied with this. And some were and some weren't. But in the end of the day, the imp was defeated, and they were ejected from the Aether back into the shopkeeper's tavern. Little tavern. Little area.
Pawn
Which is-
shop.
Yeah, pawn shop. Sorry. That's what pawn shop owners have, pawn shops. So that's where they are. So that's what you
Maybe.
missed, lovely followers. That happened on in the lost episode, but now we're still in Voktertown. On the grand scale of things, a couple of things have been happening. We collected the sword from the Lichen Den. We've got the Lichens and the Vistani in talks for allyship. We convinced the church practitioner and to unboard the doors and go out and help the town, even though the bones of Saint Andrel are stolen. The source of their divinity and their connection to whatever divine power you might be able to eke out of the world in such a dreary land as Barovia. But the person who runs a church, which is called a
Priest?
is said, I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm inspired by these intrepid heroes, and he's out there doing the best he can. He has in fact implored you, please find us the bones or at some holy relic of great importance that we can keep here in our church forevermore to restore protection before the dark powers come and destroy us all, as they surely will. And I think that's pretty much where we find our players. Doc and Jalin and Kahn are passed out on the shopkeeper's floor, along with the shopkeeper, a very old man who was, no longer, he got to have a brief stint as a holy knight in silver armor. No longer. He's just a frail old man again. And he said, I'm going to go lay down and take a nap. And off he goes to lay down and take a nap. V, I'm curious, what would your character have been up to during this little, about an hour and two, that they were doing their thing? Or is it more of just, or do you want to get straight to, like, meeting up with them? You are aware of where everybody was going.
Okay. You know what? I didn't get a chance to on the way here because we were hurrying to meet up again. I would like to do a recon of the city more. I mean, I was already like looking around, but I would like to just walk the streets a little bit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Give me a perception check. At advantage, you were here for some time. You're intimately familiar with the city and its people. And let me know if there's anything particular or that you're interested in.
Yes, I want to know, like, who's actually running it? Is it the chick? What's her, like, can I find out what her agenda is, kind of?
Let's find out. You might.
Insight, you said?
Either insight or perception. I'd be okay with insight, but I think perception is more applicable.
Same modifier, so 24.
24. All right, we're starting off strong today.
Jeez.
Cool. While Doc and Kahn and Jalin are battling in the aether, V takes a nice stroll through town.
An insightful stroll.
A very insightful stroll through town.
Interesting.
Most of the people in town are dreary and gray and sullen and just going about their business, as is the usual. But, you know, a conversation here, a word there, a couple of things you notice. The phrase "all will be well" is never uttered once by anyone.
Yeah.
The fanfare of the frequent celebrations is laying in the street.
A few of those things we kind of already had a grasp on from when we stepped into the town.
Mm-hmm. As to the specific things you're asking for with the 24, that's incredibly high. Yes, it is quite clear that Lady Fiona Voctor is running the town. She is in charge and is taking up command. In fact, with the 24, there is a little bit of a problem of like leadership and command, right? Because a burgomaster of a town is appointed by the count, who is the ruler of the land.
Okay.
So she is not technically the burgomaster until appointed as such. She is sort of in charge and leading since they threw the old burgomaster out. But she will need a proper appointment to be officially recognized. Now, nobody in town is challenging her claim, so she is the burgomistress in all but name.
Oh my god, we're like 15, all of us.
The burgomistress.
Cold water.
Saucy.
Cold water.
Nice to meet you, burgomistress.
She's got a yellow and red dress on. She's ketchup and mustard.
I'm just stoked that they yeeted the Volakovich.
Vargas Volakovich has been yeeted, thrust out of town, thrown out on his laurels. But yeah, that
Okay,
is
is she
definitely the
around?
case.
Is she visible? Are there her people?
Hmm.
The coffin maker was talking about there being a lot of deaths, and the kids said something about there being a lot of recent deaths, and I'd helped the people who were still in the thing. Like, what's the like? I understand that not everybody is happy or like doing the fake all is well or whatever anymore. But what's the overall,
Hmm.
I don't know how to say it. Like, do people just seem content to be able to show that they're just simply unhappy, or do they look actually less happy than they did before? Like, does it feel like she's being bad
Hmm.
towards them, or
Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, so running off of that 24 perception check, there is a distinct undercurrent of like um, fear and caution throughout all the people. Like there's a lot
okay.
of there's no kids playing in the street at all. There's a lot
Whereas
of like
before there were?
yeah, they would be present and seen. You'd see them out and about. There's
Okay.
not folks aren't. It appears that there's not as much traffic in the streets, and the people who are out are a lot of sideways glances, a lot of being very cautious and crossing to the other side of the road to go around somebody they don't know, avoiding dark alleys. It's a subtle undercurrent. Nobody is outright like quivering or anything, but with a
Okay.
high perception check and your familiarity with the city, I think that you can kind of detect that there is an unease among just the general population. Everybody's a little on edge and very, very, very cautious at the moment.
Okay.
Does that answer the question sufficiently?
Yeah.
Cool. And as you're going through all of these things, you take a lap around town. You do not come across Lady Fiona Voctor. She's certainly here somewhere, but you haven't.
It's still, I think you mentioned last time about them painting a big something on the ground in the
Yes.
square.
Yeah, in the city
Okay.
square, there is a
Okay.
huge circle being.
Are they cloaked, the people?
Yeah, the folks
Do they
working on
look
it.
the way they did at the meeting, at the book club meeting?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it is. And in fact, like book club members are in their whole garb and get up just walking the streets. I probably should have mentioned that. You can see one or two once in a while. They're just out like with their mask and their cloaks and stuff. But yeah, there's probably half a dozen of them in the town square right now working on this huge kind of circular design that they're painting into the ground.
How are the
Taking
people
careful
responding to them?
measures.
Are they the strangers that get avoided on the street, or is it just strangers in general
I
that
think
get
people
avoided?
are just avoiding one another. Do you
Okay.
remember how I hate to invoke this memory because it's gonna hurt all of us just a little bit, but do you
Oh,
remember?
I already know where this is going.
Yeah, do you remember when COVID was a thing, but people were still out and about, and they
What's
were
that?
kind of like
Never heard of it.
there was this thing where like there's a person there, so I'm gonna stand on this side.
Okay.
It feels like that where you walk into a room and everybody
People
seems
would legit walk in the road like 20 feet away from me. And they're like, oh, kill me.
nobody's wearing masks or anything just now. Well, the cultists are, but yeah, they're taking
Either being safe.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Practicing social distancing. Yeah, they're taking careful measurements, lots of
Okay.
fine notes and drawing this whole thing out. But yeah, that's the atmosphere of the town. As you finish up this whole tour through the town, you go through the town square. You do not come across Lady Fiona Voctor. She's certainly somewhere. You just haven't happened to cross paths with her yet.
One would assume she is somewhere.
She is likely to be. That is more likely than not. And you come across a little pawn shop with all of the doors and windows like slammed shut. One of them is kind of cracked. One of the windows has a little crack in it now. And it's just a little quiet. And you know this is where the party was.
I know that how, because the DM said so.
No, because everybody was like, hey, we're going to the pawn shop. See you in a bit.
We said, bye. Boys' night out at the pawn shop.
when not
Isn't that where
expressly-
you guys go to hang out all the time on a
Duh.
random Friday night? The pawn shop?
Forget the tavern when we're going to the pawn shop.
Yeah,
When-
no. It's where the real ragers are, the pawn shop.
when
There's a
not
back room where we play poker.
when not explicitly stated otherwise, I assume that you guys do a small amount of like general
Communicating with the party? Yeah.
Like, unless you say I'm just going to walk away, I don't assume that you just walked away. I assume
That's
that you
true.
said, "Hey, be back later. Catch you at the wherever you
Well,
happen to meet up."
We
with."
probably do need to make sure. Did we tell her that we were going to go to the pawn shop or the prawn shop?
Wah,
Well,
wah.
I'm here now.
She's here now.
I
Whatever you
can
told
go
her,
with that.
she made it here. So,
Yeah.
She found the right one.
Yeah, by accident or
entering.
proper communication.
Mhm.
Yeah. Enter.
Excellent. How does she find you guys?
Stupid
Still
as usual.
You said we were asleep.
Ground.
The old
Yeah.
man has gone and fallen asleep. He went to take a nap. There are a couple of couches that are old and ratty, probably have bed bugs, but who knows.
You'll find Doc making a concoction of warm milk and petting a cat, reading a book.
Yeah.
Kahn is taken aback by this sight. Absolutely. He's like, what? I mean, he's still very overcome with all he was dealing with after the whole ordeal. But he's definitely taken a note of like, that seems weird. Does not seem like Doc. Maybe he's not real. So he's going to test that theory out later, but not now. He's still trying to wrestle with the idea that even though he was all that he thought he wanted to be, and as powerful as he may need to be to right some of the wrongs of his past, it wasn't what he wanted.
So he is distraught. The two of you can get the benefits of a short rest if you would like them in the time it took for V to catch up. But
Okay. See,
Jalin has left, so Jalin is not here at the moment.
where did Jalin go?
Maybe we'll find out next week. Unless Jalin arrives mysteriously, which can always happen.
Okay, so it seems y'all went adventuring without me. Is it because I'm too good now? One good deed and you guys leave me behind.
Well,
Honestly,
I don't
yeah.
think it's like that.
No, 100% was for me.
We were just greedy, trying to sell things at the pawn shop.
I felt gross with all your kindness. I physically
you.
had to murder a rat on the way in.
Thank you.
So,
I feel better.
May have vomited.
Any bones from all that killing?
no, it puffed into a toot of smoke.
Not
So,
boring.
Yeah, we killed an imp. I don't think that.
You know,
that
I don't-
was an imp.
yeah, I don't know imp anatomy. Do you?
A puff of
Do-
smoke, maybe?
I
I
heard
mean,
there's
is
a
the
dragon
imp
named
still
that.
there? Oh.
No.
I don't think so. We can always look behind the curtain.
I think I'd rather not this time.
Which curtain?
That one over there.
I check behind the curtain.
Yeah, you pull the curtain aside, and there's just the regular wares of a shopkeeper hanging on the wall. You know,
Yeah, there was a black
bones.
miasma over there, and that was like a crazy portal, and we all got sucked in. You wouldn't believe it.
Ah,
Cool.
this shop is exceptionally humble and mundane to your eyes.
Oh, but also V, heads up. We get to take whatever we want basically because the shopkeeper doesn't have enough money to give us. So,
He's also asleep.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, but like I mean, though that would be a good evil thing to do that would make us feel good inside.
Uh-huh.
Bad.
You're saying I
Thanks.
can't even do that because we actually paid for it.
Yeah. So it's kind
Phenomenal.
of, yeah. Sorry.
Foiled.
Actually,
again.
I'm not sorry at all.
Okay, what's around? Sorry to take your guys' time. I'm kinda re-entering the scene.
It's all right.
Well,
Did you guys
think-
find anything interesting?
balls are round. I think the sun is round.
No, she said around.
What can we take from the store that has value?
Like a round of drinks.
Oh, that makes much more sense. My fault. Sorry.
Yeah.
He probably does have drinks here, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm going to search for myself because I was trying to involve you guys in conversation.
No, no. B asked for a round. We're gonna get her a round.
Yes.
So let's look around the store because I'm pretty sure there's a round around here.
But
Sure.
and it's might. I will find you around.
Investigation checks.
Yeah.
Let's
See you
go.
around.
Okay. What all round stuff can you guys get me?
Ah, yes. Investigation.
Yeah.
Hey.
A 2 on the die plus a -1 equals a 1.
So in this universe, there are pets. People have pets. People have dogs. I guess they wouldn't have tennis balls, but whatever the equivalent of a tennis ball in this universe is, yeah, Kahn finds a little bucket of them.
I did it. I found the rounds. Here they are.
Okay.
I can't shoot those out of my gun.
Have you tried?
It's too damn big. You think it's gonna fit in this barrel?
No, but your kitty
I-
might like it.
Oh yeah. Give me them one of them.
Okay. And he dumps it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Does your kitty like it or do you like it? I just
Yes.
want to see you
Yes,
chasing them around the store.
We like them very much.
Oh my god. As Doc and his kitty chase the fantasy variant of tennis balls around the shop, you knock over a single bottle of purple matte grape mesh number 3.
Purple, great. What?
Purple grape
Great
mash.
mash. Number 3.
The most plentiful, common, and pathetic of wines ever to exist. But it is the prime drink that most folks would have in Barovia. It seems the shopkeeper has half a bottle of purple grape mash number 3 on hand. So you also found around. You were looking for stuff too, V?
Yes. Generally, I have no idea what's in the store, so
No more potions. We bought those last time.
yeah, I'm kind of getting tired of the mask. Is there any cool mask around?
Investigation checks determine what is available.
I thought that was your face.
Yeah, I glued it on when I was little. And just haven't been able to glue it off.
Kahn looks at Doc with a bewildered look.
17.
It's a very common experience that young people go through in their teenage years. They just look at themselves and the reflection of the water and think, "Why? How ugly I am!" And they go home and they hide in their little rooms and they glue masks on their faces.
Yep, I was insecure little kid.
You know, I feel bad for you.
Thank you.
17. Yeah, V, yeah. Masks, absolutely. Upstairs, not a lot. It's regular pawn shop wares. You know, whatever kind of basic adventuring gear you could find within the player's handbook. Basically, is here.
Okay.
But you know, downstairs, there's like you're looking around. 17 is high enough. You find a sort of a trap door behind the cabinet. You open it up. You go downstairs. He's got this like cellar underneath that is dusty and not frequented very often. Inside
Ooh,
which,
my kind of scene.
exactly. Inside which are a couple of suits of silvered armor, a couple of swords, all polished and kept clean and off to the side, and an array of finery of fine outfits and like you might see for like an affair, like a ball of some sort, including an array of masks, all colored silver
Nice.
in their general look. This shopkeeper, what he would have is going to be very old. It's going to look very, very, like by fashion standards of Barovia.
Vintage
Barovia.
Barovia.
It's definitely going to be vintage Barovia looks.
Okay.
Silver is the primary color. Silver is on everything, laced into everything that he has. There's also embroidered little dragon symbols on the armor and on a lot of the outfits. There's brooches with little silver dragon symbols on them and things of this nature.
Okay.
So, if there's a mask that suits your
Question.
desires-
Ludmilla,
Yes.
did she have any kind of jewelry or anything?
Ludmilla was the Lady of War. She wore a white dress and carried a glaive. She was a tactician and a battle-hardened warrior. I don't think she's the type for a lot of jewelry and finery and prettiness. What she did wear was probably like bestowed upon her to wear, but she wasn't the type to look pretty.
Okay. So no silver stuff.
She's not dead. She's out there still.
Yeah. Because I was gonna just like for fun wear her medal instead of mine. Because I'm all about gold.
I will tell you that I think you'd recognize this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I'm actually interested.
Okay. I will tell you that I think you'd recognize. You guys picked up a bunch of silvered armor and weapons from that tower that you visited, and brought it here to sell to the old man. The rusted silvered armor and weapons that you sold to him are upstairs, and they're still there. This equipment and this finery and all of this stuff downstairs, it matches, but he already had it.
Okay.
Weird.
Little rats.
No more kicking rats.
All right, so
Yeah. You guys want any armor pieces? There's some over here.
no,
I
I
was
think I'm
looking
good.
for a mask,
Alright.
but
I think we ought to go check in on the square. Wasn't there some weird shenanigans happening on over there?
yes, they were painting a something pentagram.
Pentagram, huh?
No, it just like circle
Is
things.
it round?
Yes.
I guess we'll have to take a look at it then. Since I am still the sheriff, I presume. Gotta make sure there's no weird stuff going on.
Oh wait.
I have a question. Did we not steal a book or pages from a book when we went to the book club?
I think we
Am I
might.
tripping?
I believe you
That
left it there,
does
actually.
sound kind of familiar.
I do?
Yeah, I tried to read it, and I think
I don't think it's in my possession.
No, I
I
believe
don't
you
have
left
it.
it there.
I
Yeah.
don't have anything.
Oh, we tried to read it, couldn't, and then... No, we recognized some names, I thought, or something. Was...
So
The spell book? Did
there
somebody-
was a book with the book club downstairs.
Yeah.
Nobody was able to read it except for V. It was in a language that you could read. However, it was closed and bound shut. So
And I never opened it.
rather than open it or mess with it, we left it there.
I mean, we could always get Irina. We could probably get some info, or at
We
least the
should
book.
check
Maybe
in on
Ooh,
Irina, but
yeah, we could look for people we know in town. Though I don't like that chick, but yes, okay.
Is it because her face wasn't ugly enough to cover with a mask as a teenager?
I think she's jealous.
Her
'cause
face
she
was
likes
punchable.
Jalin.
So that means it was too ugly to cover with a mask. The mask wouldn't work.
I mean, she's not unfortunate looking.
I'm very confused with your customs.
Thank you.
Okay, to Irina.
Poliana.
One.
Bullion, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Irina Koliana. Names in Barovia often are gendered, so females are Koliana, male are Kolian. So in the Kolian family, Irina would be Koliana.
Cool.
Fun fact. Just wanted to mention.
So are
that
they
'cause-
Latin based?
Yeah, I suppose so. Anyway, as opposed to like her brother Ismark Kolian and the former burgomaster Kolian. Yeah, anyway, Indirovich. Anyway, on to Irina you go. The old man continues, his nap. He'll probably, before you guys leave, get up because there's only a short rest for him as well, and shuffle all of the remaining armor that you guys had brought him down to the cellar downstairs and close it up and lock it up and make sure everything is secure down there, and bid you all farewell. Come back if you need anything. Off we go. We don't have any...
Sorry, one question. How big is the tear in the window?
The crack in the window?
Yeah.
Not big. Yeah, small. Maybe a
Okay.
foot. Maybe less than a foot.
Like almost an afterthought. Like right when we leave, I cast mending on it.
Aww. The window cracks back into place, and it's nice and fixed up.
Can I do a perception check to see if I notice?
I don't think you even need to. She's right. I mean, are you trying to hide it, V?
Kind of.
Okay.
Like, it's almost an impulse right when we're leaving.
You could do a sleight of hand versus Khan's perception check to see if he notices.
Okay.
Or a stealth, whichever seems more appropriate. I guess it's mending's not
You
really...
tell me.
I think it's a stealth. It's not really like sleight of hand. It's like sleight of...
Okay, it's a 17.
Perception count?
I thought it would have been a sleight of hand because of magic. Like, she's not like creeping
17
to the
either way.
window.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
both
that's what I figured.
dexterity, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Does it have
No,
a
I did
physical
not notice.
component?
You got lucky on that one, V. I was gonna make fun of you for that for a while.
You hear a contented little chuckle from the old man inside. Oh, yeah, excellent. But goes back to cleaning up his shop. Off we go. The intention is to find Irina Koliana. Do we have any inkling as to where to find her?
The book club?
Well, we kind of thought
The
that
doctor house?
when Jalin was not with us, he was with her when he returned to town. Would he have shared the location when you guys had the encounter last week?
We actually backed up in time with Jalin. He did not go visit Irina.
Gotcha.
Yes.
But maybe that's where he went right now. Or like while we was taking a nap.
That's possible. The revolving door of who's here every week that causes...
Doc, I do think you're right. I think we did leave her at the doctor house.
That's where we left her.
Well, might as well go see if she's there.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's kill two birds with one stone. Visit Miss Voctor as well.
So birds are okay, but rats not.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Off to the Voctor house we go. Give me 1 second, gang. Check. Getting you guys the link here. Boop.
Table.
There you go. You guys now have the table for El
Sweet.
Voctor house.
Okay.
All right. And I haven't cleaned this table in a minute, so you guys might have all kinds of stuff going on here. Let's take a look.
I don't think so. I think we're clean.
I see Jalin on the map. Let's get rid of him. See Doc also. Oh, yes, I did notice there was a little bit of an oddity happening with these old maps, so let me fix a couple of things really fast. There is a awesome new feature at farreachcode.com. And that is the fog layer that we were testing out on the Voctor house.
Yeah.
You know, I decided to test that out on the Voctor house because I thought, yeah, we ain't going there anytime soon.
Uh-huh.
Is there another location that we could go
No,
or
it's fine.
need to
No.
go DM?
No. This is actually the place. This is the place.
Do we find anything on the way to the Voctor house that makes us lead to go somewhere else?
No, it's just mildly amusing is all. It's not like a thing.
Just
Okay.
checking.
All right. Map layer. Heading over to our object layer. Okay. That's the Voctor House. We don't really need to play around with tokens too much unless you guys would like to. I guess I can drag you guys on.
It's good to. I mean, who knows what might happen?
Okay, truly, with y'all. Who
Rude.
knows?
Well, our greatest sense of chaos is MIA today, so we might have to make up for that.
Well, this is interesting.
No worries. You be as chaotic as you'd wish.
I'm going to do something really quick, guys. Give me 1 second. My mouse is misbehaving today. Apologies.
So, V,
Mm-hmm.
are you sensing a bit of a better aura around this area, this place? I feel like it's a little more dim and sad, which really just I really like. It suits it much better than this creepy happiness thing.
Around the house or around the town?
Oh, I mean around the town. I presume we're walking, so I was making small talk with the group as
This
the
is on the
DM
way. Thank you.
fixes
Okay,
the things,
okay.
and we're
I needed. Perfect.
Yes. No. Everybody seems scared, which I like, but I don't know. New boss, you'd think they'd be happy, but they're not. Ungrateful people.
Doc. You read books. Does anything like this happen in your books?
That was
that you
one
read?
occasion.
Like, does this kind of stuff happen in the books that you read, and are the people normally happy or sad? Like, did we do a good thing or a bad thing? Which would be good?
I don't know what you're asking me.
We
You're a
are
man
bad
of
at
war.
small talk.
You're a man of war. Is this normally how people act after they're liberated?
Oh, jeez.
Are they normally, like, gloomy-ish?
Kinda, yeah. There's a lot
Okay,
of
good.
trauma. They're like freaked out. They don't know how to act because all the ways in which they had to behave before, they don't gotta do that no more, and they gotta find new ways of doing things. And so they're kind of conflicted between the old habits and the new habits.
And
Doc,
with that, you guys
you're
kind
very
of,
wise.
With that, you guys kind of arrived to the Voctor House. I've updated the map. There's another link in the chat. I just made a new table for it
New map.
because I kind of
okay.
broke the old one beyond fixing. Oh my bad. It's just easier to make a new one.
Identical to me.
It is. It should be. The last time we came to Voctor House, things were very different on a technological level. But here we are. The Voctor House, which is a sad old house which seems to, be in contempt of itself, but is newly renovated. The Voctor House has, where once there were slanting rooftops, there is now slightly less slanting rooftops. Where once there was wilting gardens, there are now freshly planted things that will probably grow into gardens eventually. It's looking a little better. Somebody swept. Somebody raked. It's like this good things are happening around Voctor House.
Charles must be actually making something of himself at this point. Good. That frickin'
Sounds
dirty.
like he finally cleaned his stinking bum.
Listen, I don't know about that. We can't go that far. He's at least swept. I don't know if he's figured out how to, wipe his own rear end. Sweeping and wiping are very different, I think.
So we walk up to the house. Is anybody out front, or can we see any signs of life around
There
here?
is a doorman standing at the door. Good evening, friends. Come
Good
to-
evening. Have we met before, doorman?
I don't believe we have. I am newly appointed. It is nice to make your acquaintance.
Well, nice to meet you too. We're members of the book club.
Oh, members of the book club. Oh, of course. It is good to see you. Good to see you. Perhaps come on in. You're here to see Lady Voctor, certainly. Yes.
That and Lady Irina, if she is available.
Oh, I am not sure. I will find out for you. And how may I announce you? Who has come to call on us? Notepad.
The friends of Barovia. Yeah.
Friends of Barovia
And V.
and V.
And B. Yeah.
Friends of Barovia.
She's not a friend of Barovia.
Oh, is that
I
so?
do not identify as such.
Okay. Well then.
Don't write that down, sir.
Oh, scribbles, 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 scribbles.
You can just forget that was anything important. Just, we'd really need to speak with these people sooner than later, so.
Yes, sir. By all means, come on in. He opens the door and strides in and shouts, announcing, friends of Barovia and V, here to meet with Lady Fiona Vactor and Lady Irina, if they are available. Scribble, scribble, scribble. That's everything, right? He's like checking, like, that's it, right? I don't say anything else.
You
Go
do
on,
not
man.
say the rest.
Could I see that note?
I rather rely on my notes to do my job. If you'd like it, I guess. He kind of tears the page out and hands it to you.
Doc shoves it in his mouth and just swallows it.
Oh my god. Oh, that's okay. You are a very interesting fellow. I'm going to stand outside.
Well, it's actually part of
Good
his
choice.
process. He is, the sheriff around here, so.
Oh, Sheriff Campbell. Returned
That's
at
right.
last. Why didn't you say so? Announcing. Amendment. Sheriff Campbell returned at last. Reporting for duty. I hope. Reporting for duty. I'm certain.
Kahn starts cheering.
I'm always on duty.
Yeah, Campbell.
Thank you. Excellent. Goodness gracious. I'm trying to figure out this out. Yes. I'm trying to figure this out. Thank you for your encouragement. Very kind.
Oh no, I'm cheering for the Campbell, not you.
Damn, I misunderstood. Well,
Yeah,
You did
that's.
good, old man. Just return to your post.
Thank you.
Ooh, you like old people. You said something nice.
Thanks for pointing it out, though.
The doorman dejectedly wanders outside. Kahn, you'll probably recognize this guy who once worked as the doorman for the Vlahoviches, but no longer.
Listen, if this is the case, then Kahn is not about it, and he wants to leave.
He's doing
Actually,
his best,
no.
man.
He would say, "Hey, where are the dogs?
The dogs.
Did you let them out?"
Oh, I forgot about that.
Sorry.
Apologies, sir. Which dogs are we talking? What do you mean? I don't understand. What are we
The
talking about?
dogs of the old burgomaster.
Oh,
Where are they?
Oh, I'm not entirely certain. With him, presumably, when they threw him out of town, the dogs kind of went with him.
It's a shame. These are beautiful animals.
Very well-trained creatures. Be cautious about saying kind things about the burgomaster and his dogs around.
Why are you still here? Why haven't you gotten the people we were looking for?
I announced you. They'll be around. Okay, understood. I'll go back to my post. Thank you.
This guy doesn't get paid enough.
Shuffles back outside. After a few minutes of waiting, the door at the top of the stairs opens.
Wait.
Yeah.
At
go ahead.
in that middle zone, Khan's gonna probably lean over and be like, "Hey, so I was talking to the Blue Water Inn, and there's some kind of weird happenings going on here. Just be on the lookout.
In the house?
Just in general, around the city.
Hmm.
When a raven is a little bit nervy or unsure of things, I take notice. So just a heads up."
All right. Doc wants to give the doorman 25 copper.
Oh. Well, thank you, sir. That is very kind. Much appreciated. I always said the sheriff was a good man at heart and would be back for us eventually. A lot of people lost faith, but I always said he was made of good stock. Seems I was right. Thank you.
Appreciate the compliment, my good man. Yeah.
Indeed. You have no faith that this man ever said anything of the like. But but he knows how to not get thrown out of town, so that's good for him.
Yep, exactly.
After a few minutes, the door at the top of the stores is thrown open, and Fiona Voctor appears at the top of the stairs and descends, and she looks upon who is he? The sheriff's you've returned. Oh, thank goodness. Darlings, it's so good to see you. Oh, and you're back as well, Miss V. She bows very low to you, and
Wow,
That's
man.
better.
and our friend. He had a name.
Kahn's picking his
Kahn.
teeth at this point. It's like, yeah, and flicks
You
it.
did give your true name when we went to the book club?
Probably because he just didn't give a rip.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Just making sure with Kenan.
She pats you on the shoulder and says, I suspect that it was you guys. I knew it was you guys. You all said you were going to do it, and you did it. Right?
We did it indeed.
Did what?
Well, saw to the end of old Izek. Nobody's buying that ridiculous story the Vlahoviches spun about him.
What do they have to say?
All sorts of things. All sorts of things. Left on leave of absence, one person said. Was incredibly depressed, another said, no. And my agents took him out because nobody can stand against the Voctor House and the book club. Won't have it. Well done, friends. It's good to see you. Sheriff, we have some actually incredibly important business to discuss.
I'm sure you do.
I assume you would like to continue your duties as sheriff to the town, but loyal to the new, despite the new changes in leadership. Yes?
Yeah, just who is in charge now?
It's a complicated matter, but for all
All right.
intents and purposes, I am.
That sounds all right.
As in,
For now.
my... It's a tricky business. It's a tricky business. You see, I am not... I have to be named as burgomaster to have any true legal authority, but nobody questions my judgment at the time, so...
Well, as so long as the people are interested in what you have to say, I don't think it's going to be a problem.
They seem to be compliant at the moment. And with your help, we'll keep them that way. I am very excited to have you back.
Well, it might be good news to you to know that the pawn shop is quite compliant.
The pawn shop?
Huh?
Pawn shop. Gentle old man, kind of odd, right?
That's the one.
Okay. No trouble?
Coffin maker, compliant.
Coffin maker, also compliant. Excellent. Got it.
Blacksmith, definitely compliant.
Yes, she left in quite a hurry yesterday. The last night.
Well,
night
I've
before
got a
last,
good question for you regarding the Vistani people and their entrance into this town.
Yes.
How do the general people of this town feel about them now that the old burgomaster has been yeeted?
Truthfully, not great. The general consensus is that they were probably the ones responsible for the theft at the church, and the church has a large amount of influence despite having boarded up their doors, and so there's
Having
we
had
fixed that.
boarded up their doors.
Yeah, we fixed that issue too. You're welcome.
that issue was fixed. What did you do exactly?
Money, please.
No. The boarded up situation was great. That was them not extending influence.
Yeah, of course.
Now they're going to be extending influence again. Okay, that's fine.
Money,
No, what you
please.
need is
On account of
fake
the money.
positivity. If you give them something that they like, if you, the new regime, give them something that they like, they will be more compliant. Reopening the church, their bones are still missing. Faith is shaky, but you just did a good thing.
Yeah, but let them eat cake.
Indeed.
They say that religion is the opiate of the masses, in fact.
Can't put your head down.
This is what we do. We do a thing for people and then they pay us. I've learned that much.
About that, Please, can we continue this in my office upstairs?
Anyone here you don't want us to hear?
No, there's just some documents I think you'll all be very interested in.
Well, have you got any kitty play toys up there?
Many. We have a lot of cats here.
Okay, I'm in.
Do you still have
Okay.
a cat with you?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's so good. I love this character development. This is fantastic.
Oh man, she leads you up to her office. She's cleared some things off the desk. There seems to be a lot of notes everywhere, and she pulls out a ledger and she's reading through it, and she's like, "All right, so there seems to be a bit of a discrepancy on everyone's account about the money. There is no money
In this house, in your pocket, in this town.
in this town.
You're being vague. Okay.
Understand that this must be kept quiet, but I trust you all and I need your assistance. So basically Vargas Vlahovic was a swine and bankrupted town with his incessant parties all the time. He was borrowed money that he could never pay back. He taxed the hell out of the people and could not possibly extract enough money to fund his extravagant resources. He has outstanding tabs to every shop in town that he could never pay back. That
Okay.
we're afraid to claim on account of Ezek. So, but Ezek is no more, and the shops are attempting to claim their tab, including a rather sizable tab for the sheriff here. I'm having a hard time tallying it up, but it is in the thousands of gold that you seem to have accrued as a debt to the burgomaster, which is
The
now
burgomaster
us. Well, us.
said, "Spend what you need."
Yes, Vargas would have said that, but he had no money to support it. We're
That
broke.
is not my problem. Well, we are broke. Okay, all right.
Where is the money?
Yeah.
It didn't just poof away.
Did they spend it on another town?
It's either in this
Logan?
house, in his pocket, I reiterate, in your pocket, or in circulation. The money doesn't just disappear.
This is an interesting problem. Yes, I'm not entirely certain where he was spending all of this, but it wasn't here in the town. None of the shops seem to have made any money. He was bringing things in from all over Barovia.
Outside.
And
Outsourcing.
Was he outsourcing?
What was he bringing in, you reckon?
balloons, petting animals, banners. You would not believe how much he spent on balloons, on custom-shaped balloons in various letter arrangements.
Just what is a balloon?
It's like a little piece of fabric that you fill up with air, and some of these are made out of like sheep's gut balloons, and they're like colored. It's
Wow, I love that.
It would appear.
Okay.
I
I think we know where the money is, right? Kahn. You made a face.
I did make a face, and I don't know where the money is.
Well,
But I
I've got an
don't-
idea that we gotta gather up all the ridiculous nonsense that
about-
they bought and sell it off.
Sell it off to whom?
most of
Someone
Nobody
else in
has the
Barovia.
money.
No, not here in town. Sell it off to.
What about that
Another
saber-tooth crackhead?
Yeah, no, that's what I thought as well then.
Uh-oh.
I don't think getting money from him is a good idea.
You're saying
Kahn
we
becomes
should go
extremely.
there?
This is one of the few times you've ever seen Kahn attempting to be diplomatic. And he's like, yeah, so we also kind of did destroy his whole tower as well, if you don't remember. So
It was deplorable tower.
I
Could
have to
we
agree.
make money? We brought so much silver.
Well, we got a lot of cursed money. I mean, we got a lot of gold.
There's no inflation if the money previously spent doesn't exist.
that's true. We could just create an entirely new economy, honestly.
Largely, the problem is that he was spending money that wasn't already in circulation. The
Well,
money that
hold on.
was here was gone, and he was racking up debts that he couldn't pay off, and everybody was afraid to collect on those debts. But
Lady Voctor, if I
Yes.
might,
yes, ma'am. Yes.
if we're approaching a new economic system, looking at your Casa de Voctor, it seems obvious what you have an abundance of.
Books.
Cats.
Oh,
I have an abundance
how
of
dare
books
you
and
suggest
cats,
such a
yes.
thing?
So
Well, we no selling of cats, sir.
no.
If you have some method to turn cats into gold, please tell me. I am incredibly
No.
interested. Please.
You use them. You barter with them. See? As you can see, your sheriff is already in the business of this. He's carrying a cat with him at the time.
I see that.
Okay, find home for the cat for money. But we still don't have money. Like, there's no coin. The coin that existed has disappeared.
Yeah, we use the cats as coin now.
I see.
Doc slaps some gold
Pieces of
gemstones
them?
down on the table. Says,
Gemstones just.
there is a way we could kind of just jumpstart the economy while we buy ourselves a little time, get people getting goods and services around, and then in the meantime, we can ask for some very large donations or get some funding from, you know, isn't somebody friends with Strahd?
Well,
Doesn't he want this town to succeed?
he does. This is part of the trouble. Count Strahd Von Zarovitch is the ruler of the land and extracts a tax from every town periodically. A gold tax. Even if we changed the local economy to cats, we would still be obligated to pay gold to Castle Ravenloft.
Well, you could go and tell him, and this might be good for your reputation, that we threw out the old burgomaster because he racked up a ton of debt and destroyed the economy of this town, and you will have plans to fix it.
That is an excellent plan. And these gemstones are a great
I like
step
that.
on that plan. That's a great step on that plan. How many gemstones do you give her? What are they? What, like
2 100 gold gemstones.
2 100 gold stamp.
Wait a second. I think that I would like to. Oh gosh, am I doing a good thing again?
Well, we're giving her money to then pay the taxes to Strahd, so you can decide if that's a good thing or not. Because
I'd rather give it to the people. Oh god, that's even better of a deed.
And they're giving it to the people because
I'm not giving anything.
Who are you? What happened to you?
I said I'm not giving anything.
You went to a coffee shop once and now you're like weird. I thought we were like dark buddies. Now you all have like light in you and it's kind of ick.
Thank you.
Ew, V.
Not evil?
Ew.
Please continue showing that to me. I have
Guys
to.
need to go take a walk down to the
No, I
dungeon
feel
room.
weird now. Anyways, so
Is Irina here?
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. She's comes from money.
Miss Colena, yes.
Good point.
I haven't seen her in a day or so, but I'm sure she's around town.
Okay, hold on. Stop. When you give someone something,
Yes.
you entrust them with something, you presume that they'll protect it and keep track of it and not lose it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see our issue here at this moment?
Not exactly. Was I meant to be Miss Colena's keeper?
Yeah, it's literally what we did. We said, hey, we'll go do your jazz.
Yes,
Can you make sure she's safe here?
And she was meant to be your spy, so it seems that we are both at a bit of an impasse. She is around, she is safe, she's in town. She's just not in my house at the moment.
Okay. Well, listen, so not what you just said. You just said she was somewhere that you don't know.
I don't know where she is right this moment. She's not in this room.
I don't remember her being a spy.
I guess then she did her good job well.
Yeah.
There's definitely some talk that her intention was to kind of look in and inform on what the hell was going on with the Voctors while she was here.
Dog does not have a good memory.
You might not have been in on that conversation. That might have been something Jalin and her worked out. Now that I'm thinking back to it,
All right.
but it is in my notes.
Makes sense.
But
I have a question. Does she know who I am?
she knows.
It's a
enough.
yes or no.
She has a pretty good idea. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Not overtly, but it seems like you both sort of have a mutual understanding.
Okay. Even with the mask and everything, because I did attend her club.
You were also announced
Masked.
by name.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to go see that book. And I'd like to ask her for it.
Oh yeah, we're getting books. We're going to the library. I like to read one too.
A book.
You had a special book on display the last time we made business.
Oh. Looks back and
Yeah, it's when all the
forth.
skeletons popped out and tried to attack us.
Yes.
That was kind of fun.
Yes, indeed.
That's the only reason I'm still here, Doc. Hoping that might happen again. I get to hit something.
Skeletons, bones, yes.
As
Fight.
you wish, I can take you to see it. The book downstairs. Yes, of course. Of course. She kind of bows her head slightly to you, V, and she says, "Do you want to see the book that's on display downstairs for the others, or do you want to see the book?"
The book.
Oh, this must be very important. Yes, ma'am. Okay, very well.
Could
cannot
my
recommend it.
compatriot go see the one downstairs for display?
That seems prudent. Charles, come up here, please. And the doorman makes his way upstairs. There appears to be a lot of Charles.
This guy.
Take them down to the lower room. Make sure that the skeletons do not attack them. Make sure we just got that fixed. Do not let the skeletons attack them. They're friends. Miss V, you'll accompany me to see the other one.
DM, turn up your volume,
Turn
maybe.
up my volume. Absolutely.
Oh, you just got louder.
How's that? Any better?
DM got closer to the mic, it seemed.
DM got
Yeah.
closer to the mic, it seemed. I'm going to switch over to this microphone after the break. It just takes
Alright.
me a second to get that all sorted out. But
Sounds cool.
speaking of which, the doorman comes and nods and says, "Right this way, sirs."
Let's go.
God, this
Tom.
place stinks. I forgot how horrific it smelled.
Cool. If everybody is okay with this course of action, the doorman will lead the two of you downstairs, utter the passphrase, something, "May the dead remain at rest," and the skeletons do not attack you. Downstairs, while Fiona Voctor takes V off elsewhere. Sound right?
Yep.
Excellent. Great place for a break. Let's take 10, and I'll see
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys in
Cool.
a minute.
Bye.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. This
Starting my timer now.
going over here. Yes, please start a timer. We're terrible about that.
Maybe. Oh yeah, there it is. Started.
Waiting room. transitioning. We are back. All right. So, checking the new mic orientation. Hopefully it will be okay. We're back. The party has come to the Wachter house. Interrogated Fiona Wachter in her office, and she told them, we are in deep shit for dollars. We are all out of gold, and everybody wants some money, but there's no money to pay them all with. Doc gave her a couple of gemstones, which are useful in the endeavor, but not as useful as gold, but it's useful. And V asked about
Ooh, yeah, missed opportunity.
About the book in particular. The doorman takes Kahn and Doc downstairs to investigate the one that is on display and to see what that's all about. And V heads off with Fiona Wachter to investigate the other one. Let's start with V. You know what? No. Let's start with Doc and Kahn. We're going to start with Doc and Kahn. Okay?
All right.
You guys head downstairs with the doorman, Charles. Because Charles is just the name of everybody in this world who doesn't have a name now, it would seem. Boop, boop, boop. He leads you guys downstairs. He gives the passphrase, "May the dead remain at rest," and the skeletons do not jump out of the walls and attack you guys this time. The large portrait of Strahd Von Zarovitch has been repaired, and it looks beautiful at the base of the stairs. It has been cleaned up and fixed up. Somebody else has a mending spell somewhere in the mix, and it is all... It's looking good. There are several of the telltale masks of the book club on the shelf, but there doesn't appear to be a meeting in session at the moment. The doorman opens the door to the lower area, and the central room is as it was before. A handful of weapons around the outsides of the room, a large altar in the center, and a huge painting pentagram shape in the center of the room. On the altar in the middle of the room is a book that is bound and looks quite intricate and ornate and has odd writing upon it. The doorman kind of says, here it is, says the... Shall I... Do you have further need of me, or shall I return to the door?
What?
I don't think anybody got that.
I thought
Besides
that,
you, did you get it?
I didn't
Didn't
Oh,
V wanted the book.
translation.
V
If
wanted
needed, translation.
very special book. But I was just trying to look at the library. Colin, do you want to look at the book?
I'll let you look at it first. I would like to do something with the book, but I'll let you look at it first before what I do to it. Charles, why don't you show me around? What is your favorite thing of this area?
Maybe I misunderstood what was going on. I thought we were all going down to the library.
We're splitting off.
There's two books. One is the book on display, and one is the book.
The book on display. Kahn
Is
wants
the
to see
one that you guys are at. We didn't even I don't actually know which one was at the house, which is why I kind of suggested we split off, because
Right.
there was the book and then the book for display. I don't know which one is which one we were trying to read and didn't that time, but now that we have better connection with her, she's letting us see both, or is letting me see the one upstairs and you guys the one downstairs.
Oh. Is this a good book to read, or does it not have good stories?
I don't know. I can't read it. It's in a weird language.
What
Kahn
language
leans over and
is it
goes,
in?
"I'm gonna stab it."
You go. I don't know if our host would appreciate that.
I mean, why not?
It's their book, and we're friends of theirs.
Well, that's true, but I feel like this book is probably pretty Strahd-esque. It gives you the vibe that it's definitely not a book we would possibly want out in the world.
Well, it's not out in the world. It's in this dungeon.
That's true.
Also don't want to be enemies of our host at the moment.
Fine. Stab the book now.
Well, let's look at the book since we're down here.
Kahn goes over, like poutingly stomps over to the weapons area and just starts picking them up and putting them down frustratedly. And oh, I dropped one. Just freaking like a child being annoyed.
Would you keep it down over
Oh, I'm so sorry.
there?
Bookman now. Doc the Bookman. I'm just a dumb gargoyle with my weapons. Do, do, do. He just
Can
pants
you
them
even
out.
read?
Yes, but languages that aren't really written often.
What language is it in, DM?
The book is we determined last time to be written in Infernal.
I think I can read that. Let me check.
Kahn, is Al still active, or did he
No, I
die in
can't.
the last battle?
Cannot read that.
I think he survived.
And
I
you
guess
short
so.
rested.
Yeah, so he would have been probably back. I wouldn't have thought about that.
Well, this book's a waste of time. I can't read none of this nonsense.
Right.
Al, can you read?
Sir, I am able to read many tongues. What do you need me to do, sir?
Go tell Doc what that says.
Oh, this thing? Yes. Oh, God. Yes. That looks quite insidious, doesn't it? It is my pleasure to serve as book reader. It is a noble calling, I'm sure. Only the greatest of champions can read. Yes. Out of curiosity, what form would he be in right now?
He's still in spirit if he never died.
Okay, excellent. Then, Doc, as you're looking at the book, the little spirit raven hops on your shoulder and kind of looks over the book and says, "Oh, this is rather fascinating. This is rather fascinating indeed. It appears to be written in Infernal. Are you aware?"
No, I'm not aware.
Oh, well, now you are. Infernal is the language that it is written in. It is the language of devils. It is quite an old tongue. I'm a bit rusty, but I think I could parse out a bit of it.
That's good. That's good. Could you tell me just what it's talking about in the book, maybe?
Absolutely. Let me take a look. I'm gonna have him do a quick roll. Pretty solid. 18's very solid. He looks over it and he kind of points his little beak at one section and at another and at another, and he indicates, turn the page. And you turn the page. It is lots of diagrams and shapes and things like this, and he says, "This book is a mess, sir. It is an absolute wreck. I don't exactly understand what they're going for here. It seems to be... It seems to be taken apart and put back together, like one sentence starts here and then ends over there. It's really... They're not following the conventions very well. It appears to be instructions for some sort of spell, but not very well copied over by any means. This is awful penmanship, I must say. The worst Infernal I've ever read. Something
Interesting.
summoning of... summoning. There's a lot of summoning going on here.
Does it say anything about what it's summoning?
Let me see. Okay. Kahn,
Mm-hmm.
our unfamiliar has a stat block. What is its intelligence modifier?
Because it is using this normal find familiar stat block, correct?
I believe it's in the unfamiliar section. We gave him a stat block.
I don't remember. Hold, please, because I don't think it was a different one. I thought it was the same as what it would have been. Which, you want his intelligence mod?
Yes, please.
Okay. It looks like it might be a -4.
Oh my
Or
God.
negative. Yeah, it looks like it might be a -4, but let me double check the doc, but just roll with that for a minute, and you can always retcon it, because I don't think it'll be that much different.
He turns the page. he is within, given his role, he is within one of making a pretty big difference. So I'm curious what he gets.
Okay, hold please. Receiving.
He continues to read. He points out areas to you, Doc. He's like, yeah, it's showing diagrams, but it doesn't seem very accurate. It seems like there's some notes written in here as well that are not quite right. And between him and you, Doc, you kind of person things together, and you're like, there's like the book itself, but then there's notes on top of it being written as well. It's really a wreck. I imagine one of those newspaper clipping ransom notes. We were talking about that earlier today.
Yeah.
Where it's just everything is just parsed together in odd ways, and you can kind of get the gist of what it's trying to say, but it's really upside down and not very well done. What's that intelligence mod, Kahn?
I'm still trying to get it. Having 300 plus pages is a bit of a conundrum to get through.
You don't have the whole find unfamiliar spell in your character sheet? Tisk, tisk, tisk.
No, I don't.
Is that one of your abilities?
No, it is, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You just put your spells on your spell sheet.
Oh, it appears we used the word unfamiliar many times. A moment all. This will only take a second to verify. I'm searching as well. One of us will find it.
I mean, is it called find unfamiliar, summon unfamiliar?
It's
Yeah,
find.
Yeah.
Then put find unfamiliar.
But unfamiliar normally brings it up, which is kind of the obnoxious thing.
Yeah, we have the word unfamiliar 22 times in our reference document.
But not with find before.
I'm trying that as well. Hold, please. Time stops around you. It's very dramatic. Got it.
That's why.
+1 intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Not
It does
minus
matter
4.
quite a
That
bit.
is a lot better than
Not minus 4. That's way different.
That's way different. He rolled a 19 on his check, and 20 is the DC, because this is a big DC. To which he says to Doc, this book is almost certainly a fake. This is a fake. This is a forgery of a powerful spell book that is being paraded about. There are notes here that have been written in to help the reader keep track of things, but this is clearly not written by anyone who knew what the hell they were writing about. This is a falsehood.
All right. That's good information, Al. Thank you for sharing.
But it is absolutely devilish in nature and has a lot of speaking of summoning going on within it. The original book is not something I would wish to touch ever. Some of the stuff going on here is very dark.
Well, I suppose we should inform V of our findings. She might be curious, and Miss Wachter may not know what she's got on her hands.
So
Perhaps so.
I'm suspicious that your Miss Wachter knows exactly what she has on her hands, and this appears to be displayed proudly. If I were to guess, I would say that this is what is it called? What is it called? What is it called when you move something over here to keep people from looking over there?
A distraction?
That's the one. That's the one. Indeed. He turns to Kai and says, "I like this one. Very clever."
Yes. No, it's probably the cleverest of the group.
But
Al.
not that I am not the cleverest. I clearly think it's Al. Because he's made a very astute observation there.
Indeed.
He is a very mighty warrior.
I am.
But Al, I need you to tell me real quick. Should I stab it? And I'm communicating this through like telepathically now.
I can see no clear benefit to stabbing the thing, but I also am disinclined to think that it will have any negative repercussions.
Should I mess up the circle in the middle?
I can see no clear benefit of messing up the circle, but I don't think it will have any negative repercussions. If
At
you'd like
this
to
rate,
do it,
you see
may.
Kahn just getting flustered, throw his hands up and be like,
By all
Can we
means,
go back to
mess
fighting
up
the
the circle.
wolves?
It's fine. You can mess up the
No,
circle.
I just...
I'll help you. I'm a mighty circle messer upper.
Do you see any spirits, at least, that we can stab?
There are a handful of skeletons hiding in the wall, and I'm so sorry. There are a great many cats upstairs.
And you...
I was so distracted. I'm sorry. I should have told you sooner.
Honestly, you should apologize to Doc. He's very fond of cats.
I am so sorry, Doc. I did not mean to offend you and your lovely feline companion. I was just distracted. You are kind of cat-like. You have a cat, and now there are more. I just get so flustered sometimes.
Listen.
I'm just gonna ignore that.
To make it up to him, go find V. Help her. She needs help.
Off he goes. Let's pop off to V for a moment. V, you are wandering with Fiona Voctor down the hallway. She leads you into to her private little area here, into the library. The library is currently sans one vase that was once here.
It got knocked over. And it was a bust.
There are, however, it was a bust. That's what it was. As you visited the house many times, you would have seen it. There are a number of cats along the top of the bookshelves, kind of watching your movements. And Miss Voctor leads you through the books. It's a wide range of bookshelves. What's that?
Just commenting on the cat lady.
Indeed, she is quite a cat.
Yes.
She kind of very casually removes a book and slides it in somewhere else, removes another book, slides it in somewhere else, removes another, slides it in somewhere else, and moves to a section of the bookshelf that is a little bit barren at the moment, and kind of reaches in and like a little click, the back of the bookshelf folds back.
Okay, what can I roll to make sure that I just remembered that combination?
I love it. That sounds like an intelligence check.
Just
maybe insight.
Maybe an insight. I kind of like insight, and we'll call it a DC 15 to remember the combination to the secret compartment.
I rolled a 16. Let's see. Insight, yeah, 16. Whew.
You have a clear memory. Take a note of that. That you have a clear memory of the combination to the secret compartment, which she reaches into and removes a cloth wrapped book.
Yeah, give me just a second, please, to put that in my...
Please do.
Hold, please.
Notes are important. Take notes in your D&D game. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Holding.
That's all.
The only thing
We
you
don't
ever
hold
need.
space for me?
Yeah.
I'm holding space for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I was just gonna
We
do a whole
are
ad
our
about
own
holding.
sponsors.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by
Sponsored by Far Reach Co.
The VTT and soon to come, other things.
Other things, wonderful things, lots of incredible things.
Like a
Okay.
campaign setting.
Noted.
Okay. She pulls out a book, a book that is wrapped in cloth intricately so. She seems to treat it with reverence, like she is kind of almost frightened of it. And she lays it on the table, and she very carefully removes the cloth, and it has a leather binding with a clasp on the front and a like sort of skull in the middle with little horns on it. It's a very ornate and decorative book. You saw the one downstairs previously, and this is much older and much more sort of decayed than that book, but also it seems to be there's just a sort of darkness surrounding the book that's just palpable in the air.
Do I recognize it? Have I seen this book before?
You have not. This particular book, no. You've seen the one downstairs, which is as we revealed to our party just now, a forgery. But this one is...
Yeah, which I gathered when she said about the one for display or the book, yeah. Okay, so with my history, I have not seen this book. Okay.
What's the plan, young man?
Why do you have this?
I hope to glean some knowledge from it. I have been, as you know, we have the one downstairs. I hope to harness what this book is something. This is something. It comes from, I don't know where it comes from, but it is incredibly powerful. I'm just a bit nervous to investigate fully. If you would like to take the risk, you may. But I am disinclined to touch it. I've been able to sort of peek the edges with careful instruments and get a peek
How did you come
inside.
upon it?
It was given to me.
Okay.
By a far-off traveler.
Hmm.
It is my belief
Okay.
that this book holds the secrets to changing things. But I don't know. For now, there it is. You have proven a friend to the book club, and we respect your authority. I should like the book to remain here, but there it is.
Does he know about it?
Nobody knows about it. This is ours. This is ours. This is the people's.
Okay. If I approach it, do I feel anything besides the darkness?
Not particularly. It seems. I mean, it seems not particularly. It just has a sort of something about it that just feels off. That's the best we can say.
You know what? I've done a few too many good deeds. I'd like to open up the wrapper of it and inspect it.
Do it.
Excellent. You open the book. As you unclasp the book, Fiona Voctor gasps once. And perhaps best I wait outside.
You may.
And then she outside.
Yeah, I was just about to dismiss.
Yes. The contents of this foul manuscript of ineffable wickedness are the meat and drink of those in evil's thrall. No mortal was meant to know the secrets it contains. Knowledge so horrid that to even glimpse the scrawled pages invites madness. As you read the pages, as you look through it, your mind starts to just swim, and you try to look away, and you can't. You just keep reading. And it is more than your mind can possibly contain. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
Rap, my brain just clicked something.
What's that?
It's above
Doesn't
table
have-
talk. Rap. I wonder.
Wisdom saving throw. That applies that modifier.
Uh-huh.
23.
Ooh. With 23, Jesus.
Nice save.
Wow.
The
I have
book
a
is scared
6
of her.
modifier on wisdom.
Wow.
If anybody's gonna do it.
Okay. Good God.
I mean, the mind game thing is my thing, so.
You feel the tendrils of madness kind of gripping your mind. You feel yourself kind of slipping into just absolute oblivion, but you're able to retain your grip on reality momentarily. Perhaps it is your devotion, perhaps it is your strength of will that keeps you tethered to this plane. But you are not driven mad by the words of the book. That is great.
Was I about to roll a new character?
It sounds like it.
This is about to go real bad. However, the darkness sort of envelops you as you're reading through this, and there is a question here. To continue, this is a magical item. And as you start to read more and more and more and more, the magic of this book becomes more palpable. In order to continue reading, you will need to attune to the magical item, which you may do if you so choose. We haven't dealt with attunement a whole lot in our game before. Usually there's a limited number of items that you can attune to at a time.
I don't have any until now. Besides my focus, does your focus count as one?
Nope. You can attune to this book right now, but you feel that it will glean more knowledge of what is within, but there is great risk involved in doing so.
May I pray while I do this?
Absolutely. Make a religion check.
Nah. 4.
Silence. But you utter your prayer.
I attune.
Excellent. What is your alignment? It matters.
Exposed.
Yeah.
Is your alignment
Matters.
evil? Actually, is really the question. If the attuning creature's alignment is evil, do this. If not, do this.
Is there any way to split it? Remember that I'd already dealt with splitting it?
You could be neutral.
No, I was
not evil.
like
neutral is not evil and good is not evil. The question is, are you evil aligned?
I think this act was driven by evil.
Okay.
Because we dealt with splitting my alignment when I cast spells and stuff.
Mhm.
Remember?
We kind of talked about
Yeah, but this one was me defying the fact that I've been a little too kind, and I wanted to taste the darkness.
that. Absolutely. I'm gonna have you go ahead and make the charisma saving throw then.
Good lord. Wait,
This
is it a
thing's
saving
vicious.
throw?
It is a saving throw.
Okay, that's good.
Around this time, I'll say Al arrives. Does he have a way
19
to
or
assist on
16.
things like saving throws, or no?
Well, yeah, he can use the help action.
Oh, 19 or 16 doesn't actually do that. Like, you don't question the 6 and the 9 in the 19 and the 16.
Oh, goodness. Okay, what do we get? What's the total?
19 on the die,
Oh,
25.
25. All right, not bad. Okay, your natural alignment does not change, but you do attune to the book. As I'm telling you this, I'm kind of reading through the details in the book, 'cause there's quite a lot. Okay. You have attuned to the Book of Vile Darkness, and you have it in your possession. The darkness swims around you, and you have this like clarity, this moment of understanding. So I'm going to read you some stuff out of this. You can look up the item as well. If you fail to perform at least one evil act within the span of 10 days, or if you willingly perform an act of good, the book disappears. You're aware of that. It's like on page 1.
Yes! I have a reason to not do good.
That's so good. That's great.
I love it.
love that.
Yeah, this is exactly what I needed
That's fun.
to to recenter myself.
If you die while attuned to this book, an entity of great evil claims your soul. You cannot be restored to life by any means while your soul remains imprisoned. So,
Fabulous.
that is also on the disclaimer page of the book.
Do I have a soul?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Studying the book. Abilities. This shit's about to go crazy. All right.
Whew, I love crazy. Okay, so within 10 days of attuning to it,
You must commit
one
an act of
evil
every 10
deed.
days, otherwise it disappears and you lose the benefits that it
Every
grants you.
10 days, no good deed.
Can't do
That one's
good
gonna
deeds.
be hard. Okay.
You cannot.
I mean, easy.
specifically
What?
Do a good deed while you're attuned to the book.
Okay. What if it's
Um,
accidental? What if I accidentally do a good deed? Okay,
There's-
why am I questioning this? No good deeds.
There's a number of things going on in this book, including a number of summoning spells as you're scrolling through these pages. and the like there's some clarity to them, and it's not exactly clear what they do, but they are present. And here, the text is there, but you're not really sure what happens if you read them.
Like, it doesn't say what they summon?
It's just it's like summoning is like at the header, but then like to read through it would cast the spell, so it's a decision of whether you're willing to go through it or not.
Okay. To read it even in my mind.
The nature of this book is difficult to read only in your mind.
Oh, that explains why I've been talking to myself this whole time.
There are a number of abilities to this book that are pretty fucking insane. I'm reading through them right now.
Do you talk to me, book? Oh, okay, silence.
Yes.
Oh.
Got some book on our hands.
Lovely.
A chorus of voices. Yes.
Ah, one at a time. One at a time. I got no patience.
Let us out. Let us out. Free us. Free us. Echoes. Call.
I said one at a time. You guys pick one to talk to me.
Intimidation check.
I can if you want me to.
Make an intimidation check.
Yeah.
Nothing under 10 rolls today. I like this.
Killing it.
Intimidation 16.
16 succeeds. They are silent momentarily. One says, "Let us out. Let us out."
Not right now. Okay.
After you spend the amount
Right,
of time, the requisite amount of time reading and studying the book,
How much does it take? Al was on his way to talk
Al's-
to me.
Yeah, Al's already there.
yeah, I was there.
Yeah, he's just kind
Already?
of watching. Yeah.
Yeah, he arrives as you're attuning to the book. Man,
Yeah.
I've been sent to your aid. How can I... Oh, God, what on earth are you doing? This is... I do not advise any of this. This is terrifying. My God.
Is the book in Infernal?
It is.
Okay.
Which is why you're able to read it. I'm looking for how long the... my goodness. The requisite amount of time reading and studying the book. What does that even mean? It doesn't say how long... Oh, a creature attuned to this book must spend 80 hours reading and studying it to digest its contents and reap its benefits. It will take you 80 hours, 80 hours, to acquire all of the benefits of this book.
10 days worth of long rests.
It's a lot. A few of the...
Okay.
at the
Am I
table-
allowed to interrupt myself while I do that? Or is it 80 hours non-interrupted? I think
Yeah, absolutely.
I can do that. But okay.
As you're looking at like the table of contents, they read adjusted ability scores, mark of darkness, command evil, dark lore, dark speech. Yeah, those are the
Okay,
headers. To give you a sense of what you'll gain when you spend 80 hours.
Okay, so I don't add anything to myself yet.
You don't add anything to yourself right now. There are additionally some properties to this book which will apply, but I'll have to look those up later, and those will apply starting next session. But the book is absolutely consuming you, and altering you to the core. However, you are resisting this alteration of evil, a pull of absolute evil upon your soul, and you have resisted it up till now. You are using the book's power, but are in command of your own mind.
Okay.
So,
That actually kind of tracks for the character. I like it. Cool.
So, as this is happening, how much time do you spend reading this book? Enough that Doc and Kahn catch up to you?
Yeah, I believe so. I think that for the beginning, I probably am like pulled into it.
Awesome.
It's kind of like even if Al talks to me, I'm not sure that I would even hear him.
Excellent. Doc and Kahn, you guys are approaching the room, but there's one last piece of V that I want to adjust before they arrive to your location. One of the voices, as you've intimidated them into talking one at a time, says, "It's too much for you. It's too much for you all at once. Let us help you. If you let me out, I'll help you. I'll help you understand everything. Just let me out, and then you won't have to toil so long to understand what you're getting into. If you let this creature out of the book, then the next 12 hours will count towards your 80 hours, whether you're reading the book or not."
So it shortens my time reading it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Grant you 12 hours worth of knowledge, but he will be released for 12 hours, whatever that means.
Set a DC and have me roll for it.
Are you your this sounds like a
I thought Constitution or
Wisdom.
well, yeah, saving throw. Yeah, Wisdom or Con maybe.
I like a Wisdom saving throw, and I like a DC of 20.
Okay.
To not do it or to do it?
20 DC, over 20 you can decide, under 20 you cannot.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Holy shit. Okay, 18 on the die, 6 modifier,
Nice.
24.
You have your choice. You may or may not. The creature does not affect your mind. I think that is... I'm not sure what is likely for your character.
To not. At the present.
Okay. As the
I think
door
I take
opens-
pride in having command over it right now.
Mm-hmm. As the door opens, you kind of close the book instinctually, and you guys walk into the book room.
There we go.
V's eyes are black. Her whole eye, you can see through the slits in the mask. There's just this like smoke coming through the slits in the mask.
What's up, weirdo?
That is very crazy.
Do I know that? Do I feel it? That something changed? Okay.
Imagine a kid that just did something that's really bad, going home and seeing mom and dad. And it's like, can they tell? They can't tell? They totally can't tell. I smell fine. That's how you feel.
Oh gosh.
V, you're looking kind of ill. Do you want to rest here at the Doctor house? You feeling
Hi,
okay?
I feel perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I
You're
would beg to
looking
differ.
great.
You
Well,
know,
I
what
have
about
to
my look?
say,
yeah.
I'm wearing a mask. You guys can't see my look.
we can see your eyes. And they black as hell.
Yeah. So you got a book, it looks like. That's cool. Do we know anything about Ivanka?
Huh?
Irina?
Ina? What's her name again? I can't remember.
Would you think I would find the information in the book?
Yeah, people write things in books, don't they?
About a
back me up.
person's current location?
Isn't that what journals are?
I think, V, did you find the real book, the real evil spell book? We was looking at the fake one downstairs.
There's a fake spellbook? Interesting.
I am happy to report that there is in fact a fake version of the book in your possession downstairs. It seems to be a paltry attempt at recreating what is happening in your own possession. This thing is far more interesting than the one down there, and I cannot recommend touching it at all. It terrifies me. In fact, if you don't mind, I'm going to remain outside the room on patrol. That way I can protect you from threats out here, rather than that thing. Everybody hears this. Full eyes outside.
Al, you realize you saying that makes me want to touch it now, right?
I cannot
Oh, you will
recommend that.
not.
Man. Oh, I don't like. I wasn't particularly interested in books, but now I specifically am just interested in that book now because he
It's
told
really
me
not
not to
that
touch
interesting.
We
Also,
have bigger
you'll
fish to
have
fry.
black eyes like these, or whatever you said. I look ill. You look ill like me. Sorry, you guys said that. I don't know about the eyes, but yeah, you will look like me if you touch it.
All right. We have bigger fish to fry than you and your black eyes, I guess. I don't know if couldn't tell you if that was normal or not. Doc, did she have black eyes before? Genuinely, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that seems probably right. On a scale 1 to 10, are we concerned, or are we just gonna like let it vibe?
Let's just move along for now.
All right, cool. We got bigger
Doesn't
fish to
seem
fry.
like we got any immediate problems.
Nah, no problem.
Oh, hey, you know what, Doc? I wonder if
See?
it's like that axe that you have that you're really obsessive about.
You want to see it?
I don't think you can actually give it to me. Even if you wanted to give it to me, I don't think you can.
I just asked if you wanted to see it.
I mean, no, I've seen it a bunch of times. So, did we,
What's
where did Lady
Wachter? Yeah,
go?
or whatever.
She is waiting outside, twiddling her thumbs. She's quite nervous.
Did we pass
Okay.
her on the way in?
You would have seen her, yeah. Sorry,
Oh.
I should have given you an opportunity to interact with her. I've been waiting.
It's okay.
That's fine.
Okay, well,
Mm,
I'm ready to go.
all right. Where are we heading next anyway? Should we go to the town square, see what they was doing with that circle? I guess Irina's not here, so we'll catch up with her another time.
I mean, yeah, I don't really have any other leads. At this rate, I'm just thinking we gotta go find. Hey, you know what? Speaking of books, didn't Casimir say something about a book?
He may have said something about a book.
I wonder if that's the book that he was talking about.
He has a particularly interesting book that he offered you if you help him recover his lost sister, Katrina, from the Amber Temple.
Amber Temple, right.
Well, I wonder if anybody knows where the Ember Temple is.
He has found a route, but has encouraged you to find more.
Monsters to kill to level up. Perfect.
If you want to go meet with him and try it out, I mean, I'm not going to stop you guys. You may do whatever the
All
fuck
right.
you want.
Hey, Lady Wachter, got any grinding missions for us?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She thinks for a moment, and she's like, I don't understand what you mean, grinding missions. There is a pleasure house downtown, if that's what you're looking for.
Oh,
There's normally a lot of good information there. I've used those types of people often, so
Indeed, it's a great hub of information. If you're searching for such a thing, yes, you can go do all of that.
you know what we are
is gonna
possibly
take a
looking
second.
for is the bones of Saint Andrew.
I heard this was stolen from the church. Yes, it is quite a travesty or something. While we are discussing this really fast, V, I need 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 D100 rolls.
Oh my gosh.
So get working on that while we handle this. Valaki said, Lady Wachter says, yes, the bones of St. Andrew was stolen, presumably by Vistani. That seems to be what was heard, what people are saying. Do you think it's true?
Not particularly, but
Is that so?
how well I I mean, why would the Vistana steal it?
I have no idea. There is no value to such a thing, so I don't suspect them personally. Who might take bones from a church? That seems like such a strange thing to do.
Did Doc see that like wealthy dude who was in town?
Wealthy dude who's in
That
town.
Khan interacted with.
Which one?
The
Have we seen
entrepreneur fella.
Dr. Vod? No, the Monster Slayer.
Yeah, that guy.
Ah, you would have seen him, yes. Van Richten.
Thank you, Van
4,
Richten.
5, 6, 7,
Doc,
8.
that was that guy.
You said 9?
9 of them.
Who seemed like he was a purveyor of excellent objects.
Van Richten. That's an interesting name. You gave her the name Van Richten?
I didn't know his
No,
name.
you don't
Khan
know his
does.
name.
So that's what I was asking Khan. Khan, you say the name.
No, I wouldn't have used his real name. I'd used his
Alright.
stage name.
Vasily.
Yeah.
Vasily.
Whew.
Yeah,
A lot of things
the
going on.
Vasily character. Something about him strikes me as one who would abscond with such a
Vasily.
important iconographic item.
He seems like a... I am so sorry. Vasily is not his name. Rictavio is the name. But yes, understood.
Rictavio.
I'm so sorry. Vasily is another
It's all good.
character. There's so many names bouncing around. Rictavio. Yes, of course, Rictavio. He's a performer in town. Has a troupe. Has a little cart and wagon show. He was working on some strange instruments. He seems like an odd fellow. I don't really trust him all that much. Usually spends his days down at the inn. If you can find him at the Blue Bottle Inn. If you're interested in pursuing him.
Yeah, that makes sense that you wouldn't trust him.
I did send the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yep.
6, 7, 8, 9 rolls. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
That's not terrifying at all.
Shall we go visit this Rictavio fella?
Good. You could. You could indeed.
Friends,
He's an
crew.
oddball.
What with the pentagram in the main?
I am trying
In
to
the basement?
create a spell from that book right there, actually, which I really would prefer stayed here. But I'm trying to recreate.
No can do.
I must insist. But yes, I was able to, with some special instruments, crack the edges and peer inside and get a glimpse of a little bit of a spell that I think will be useful. And I'm trying to recreate it downstairs. And our followers are with us, and together we shall ascend to greatness. Are you okay, darling? You seem to be unwell.
Never been better. Do I actually feel sick or anything, or am I just looking ravished?
Well, I will tell you in a second after I finish
Checking out the 9
checking out
rolls.
all of your rolls.
Gotcha. Okay.
Maybe I'll start with the detrimental properties and give you those first.
Oh gosh, this is.
Oh, this is a great one. As you're chatting, Jesus.
These are things that are happening now. I don't have to have all the 80 hours attuned.
Yeah. There are things
Okay.
that happen immediately. Too. I'm sorry, this is a really complex item.
No kidding.
I'm sorry, I'm taking up all the time.
Don't be sorry.
I'm just gonna do it digitally because I can't roll a dice when I only have one of it.
You know, that is more difficult.
Okay. At this time, as you're chatting, you take 41 points of psychic damage.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Are you
that
down?
sucks.
Following that,
No. I have 2 hit points left.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
oh, this is excellent. This is excellent.
You get health back.
I need a 10% chance. How do we calculate a 10% chance? We roll a d10.
You roll a d10?
Yeah. So we're looking for a 10 on a
Yeah.
10% chance. Roll the d10 for me and tell me if you get a 10. If you don't get a 10, nothing happens.
Lovely.
So no zeros.
2.
2.
Nice.
Nothing happens. Excellent. The other detrimental properties are these 3. The 80, 70, and 90. So minor detrimental properties. 80. Wow, that's excellent. That's not going to matter right now. 70. All of the candles and torches in the house are just go out.
This is not creepy.
And 70, 1, 2, 70, 80, and a 90. Okay, that'll be interesting later too. No, otherwise, yeah, those are the detrimental properties. You feel fine. You feel fine. You don't feel great, but you don't know.
Because she feels
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel great at all. I'm
Lost most of your health. Yeah. You feel
42
fine.
points of psychic damage out of my 45 hit points.
Doc's cat is hissing at you angrily. It is.
No.
It is furious at you.
What the hell? Why are you pissing off the cat?
Animals within 30 feet of you are hostile.
Okay.
That's not. Wait,
is
that's not
Doc's-
hissing. That's hostile.
Is Doc's cat with Doc or just in the room?
It's with Doc.
There's-
Oh shit! Also,
There are so many cats at this location. And there's
that-
Al.
Crazy cat lady.
is where we're gonna have to, I think, call it for tonight. We're at
Yeah.
7:16.
I'm hearing cat kebab.
All the
Oh,
cats
yeah.
in the house turn towards V and
Oh
screech.
my god.
Even Al himself is feeling like, ah!
Just
And
get a cricket, V.
everything is going bad.
I've seen a lot of things in my time, especially in the war. But
Oh my god. Fortunately, all of the lights in the house have gone out, so we're in complete darkness. So they're all angry, but they are, you know, we are in
they're
darkness.
cats. They can see in the dark.
They can.
Yeah.
See them through.
So can I.
And so can we.
Cat fight.
So really, nothing changed.
Lady Voctor is in the
DMs
dark
of the
though.
internet, do not
Yeah,
give your
she's
players
in
the
the dark.
Book of Vile Darkness. It sucks. Or do. It's wonderful, depending on how you want to look at it. We will resolve it next week. Maybe Jalin will find his way to the Voctor house. And
Okay. Any positives that I get out of this, or are we
Yeah.
are you just giving me the negatives?
I just gave you the negatives so far. If you'd like, I can give you the positives.
I mean, is it okay with you guys to stay?
I would like to hear
for
them.
That, or
Okay.
Right.
Okay, the first one was a 90. You get 3 minor beneficial properties. So a 90 on minor beneficial. Above, except this one. Oh, while attuned,
I'm not attuned yet,
You
or
are
does
attuned.
in attunement?
you are, yeah, these effects happen instantly. There are
Okay.
better effects that happen after 80 hours of study.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Except the spell is 3rd level. 90? 90, yes. While attuned to the artifact, you can use an action to cast 1 3rd level spell from it. After you cast the spell, roll a d6. On a roll of 1 to 5, you cannot cast it again until the next dawn. I'm gonna send you.
Whoa, it
all of
already.
these.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need the typed information about,
Yeah, I'll
or a
send you all of
photo
this.
of it, or
You get 1 free 3rd level spell. That's a beneficial property.
one free third.
Chosen by the DM, so I will choose one for you.
Okay, you're gonna have to check with me what I already have,
Yes.
right?
Yes. I'm going to choose something horrifying. Yes, okay.
Or flying?
Yes, it's horror and flying at the same time.
You
Yeah.
also can cast a free 1st level spell. And with a 20,
Okay. Does that give me a spell slot or
you
just a spell?
just a one-time use spell, 1 per day spell.
One free first level spell or spell slot. I'm still confused
Spell,
about that one.
Spell.
Okay.
There is a spell that you're going to gain access to once per day.
The 3rd level one is also once per day?
Correct.
Per day. Okay. Sorry, I'm taking notes on all of this. So.
This you can add right now. You gain proficiency in 1 skill of the DM's choice.
Oh, nice.
Do you have proficiency in Arcana right now?
Yes.
How about history?
Yes.
Damn it. What is appropriate to this book? Deception?
Yes.
Wow. Great.
How about intimidation?
Intimidation.
No.
You gain proficiency in intimidation.
Thank you.
You are.
Oh, yeah, that makes
the
sense.
smoky
That
eyes.
feels-
Yeah.
Intimidating to cats.
That feels right.
Okay, those are your 3 minor beneficial properties.
Intimidation to cats.
Cats are pissed off.
Okay, wait. Not everybody at the same time, because I'm losing track of these.
1 major benefit, which is the 30. Wow.
Okay, intimidation, proficiency was what I got. Okay.
While in combat, you regain 1d6 of hit points at the start of your turn, as long as you have 1 hit point.
While in combat, I
As long as you
regain.
have 1 hit point.
If you
I
die,
regain-
you don't gain any more. As long
Oh.
as you're alive, you get.
As long as you have more than 1 hit point.
Yeah.
While in combat, I regain how much?
1d6.
Once a day.
No, every turn.
That's cool.
Every returning
It's
combat.
a bonus action?
No,
Is
at
it
the
just
beginning of your
happens?
turn- At the beginning
Yeah.
of your turn, you recover 1d6 hit points. In
Mhm.
combat.
So you're the tank now.
Damn.
Okay. That's the good
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 90 was the minor detrimental, which I told you while you are attuned, animals within 30 feet are hostile towards you. 3 minor detrimental.
Okay.
The 70 non-magical flames are extinguished within 30 feet of you.
Anytime I walk. Ooh.
In general, flames within 30 feet of you, out, gone.
Okay, can I turn them back
Oh.
on with thaumaturgy?
Nope, they are out. Even if you turn them on, they go right back out. There can be no flames within 30 feet.
Okay, so I'm in total darkness. Okay.
Unless
Unless
it's
they're
magical.
magical.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
cool,
I guess
cool.
you could thaumaturgy some on.
That could be a really useful skill.
This is great
Fire
for
in town?
Kahn.
No, there's not.
While attuned to the artifact, other creatures cannot take short or long rests within 300 feet of you.
Well, we can't rest anyway, so.
Dude.
No rest
Well,
for the wicked,
we
baby.
can't.
All right,
We
V,
couldn't
we're
sleep
sending you
at
really
night,
far away.
but-
Now we can't sleep in the day.
How
just
far?
Unless
Yeah,
300
you
feet.
just sleep over there.
Feet. Nobody
Okay.
can sleep within 300 feet of you.
This is great. This is
Everybody just
fun.
wakes up in town. in the middle
Ooh,
of
this
the
is a major
That's a minor.
or still a minor? Oh gosh.
night. Really.
two
That's a
major
minor?
spellbook.
Yeah, the 2 major detrimental properties were the amount of damage that you took, and a 10% chance of something bad happening. Every time.
Okay, can't hit me. I need some hit points back.
Oh, you're in
I
combat.
need to be in combat.
You are in combat.
was-
All
The
the
cats are
That's-
gonna bite you.
half a
so-
dozen cats are attacking you, and that's how we're gonna
Yeah.
start next time.
That's what I was gonna say. Kahn's gonna be like, I don't think it's gonna
So
be an
hostile
issue.
actually means they're always gonna attack me.
Yeah.
That's what hostile means. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Lovely.
what hostile means. Animals
So-
attack you, so we're gonna have to decide what that means in the terms of werewolves next time.
Where creatures in
Were
general.
Creatures in general. While attuned, this is what your life looks like. It's pretty wild. There's.
And you still want me part of the campaign?
Oh, desperately. But we will sort all this out. One of our players has acquired the Book of Vile Darkness, and you guys are gonna have to deal with it. But next week we are gonna be fighting cats and figuring it out. We're gonna figure it out. For now.
Okay.
That's it for this evening. Thank you, Internet, for hanging out. As always, we love you guys so much. And be sure
Your
to keep
wits.
your wits about you on your own adventures through the mists.
Don't open any books of vile darkness.
Not-
Yeah, if you learned anything, books are bad.
Yeah, books is bad,
This
okay?
thing is nuts.
Watch
I don't
YouTube.
know about
Don't
that.
read
Look at
books.
that
Books are
one
bad.
1d6.
Yeah.
Cats will not like you.
Yeah, if you're willing to risk that,
Yeah.
that's your own peril.
Yeah.
I mean, me, absolutely not. V, however,
I'll send you
I
all of
can deal with
those
it.
so that we have it, and you can pull up the Book of Vile Darkness on your own and see what that does.
Yeah.
For now, very well. Transitioning out.